Yes. Okay. All right. So you are having a lot of challenges because you have moved to Indore recently. Yeah. And some setbacks and something you said.
Yeah, a lot of challenges, and
Okay.
there is I don't get connected with people, and I need to have mental compatibility with people. Other than
Okay.
that, talking to people, and
Did you
my
say
body.
you need to have mental compatibility?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. What else?
What else? Other than that, there is one challenge which I'm facing is that it's a Hindi culture. People talk in Hindi more than English here. So my daughter is
Okay.
3 year old, and we were living in Gurgaon earlier. She started talking. She was taught in English, and now
Okay.
she's learning to speak in Hindi, and she speaks in Hindi, which I don't understand because she
Mm-hmm.
hangs out with kids like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's also very
All
challenging.
right. Got that. Got that. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm recording this so that you can go over after the call, the recording, and I will delete the recording, but only for the people who have been part of the group and who have registered and have registered with the email ID. Only those email IDs I will give the access. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Hello, Kavna. Hi, Rachita. All right. So I'll ask you again, all of you, what space are you in? But before that, let me ask you what brought you to this call?
I
What
don't know.
brought?
I just wanted to have the be in the space. So what happens is when I'm constantly interacting with you, yesterday, today, so there
Hmm,
is this continuity of it. So I wanted to be in that space inside.
got it. Got it. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Anybody else? What prompted you to come for this call?
I am facing some difficulties
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Like as we have मतलब हमने एक हेल्प के लिए जो लोग रखे हैं
Hmm.
वही सब बच्चे बच्चे लोग जैसे मैं उनसे अच्छा मतलब व्यवहार करती हूँ लेकिन वो बच्चे लोग शाम को मेरी शिकायत करने लगते हैं मेरे हस्बैंड के सामने तो
Okay.
मेरे को लगता है कि यार बच्चे बच्चे नहीं है पता नहीं क्या है तो मेरे को बड़ा अजीब लगता है तो नाउ आई जस्ट मैंने स्टॉप कर दिया उनसे बोलना भी बंद कर दिया मतलब
Hmm.
ये सब क्यों होता है ऐसा कॉन्शियसनेस में कैसे आ जाते हैं लोग ऐसे लोग
Hmm. Hmm.
और कैसे इनसे हम बचे जा सकते हैं क्योंकि हम सुबह सोचते हैं बच्चे हैं लेकिन वो सब उल्टा होता है तो ऐसे कैसे मेरे को बच के रहना मतलब कैसे मैं अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट कर
Okay.
सकती हूँ
All right. Great. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Anybody else? Yes, Ritu.
So for me, for a couple of days, I've been blank. And I don't know whether I'm at a state of confusion or something else is coming up. I don't know. I'm just blank. So I'm just being in the question what it is. Maybe something is coming up which has to be, which I don't know.
Hmm.
But I keep on saying, I
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
So I'm in a just state of blankness.
Hmm.
So probably there's something, and I
Hmm.
just took to it.
Hmm.
Means
Hmm.
knowingly, I just took to it. It just came to me. You just take
Hmm.
it. So I
Hmm.
just took to
Hmm. Hmm.
it.
Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Teneka, this is first time you are attending my clarity night. Is it first time? Yeah.
Yes, it's the first time.
First
Yes.
time. What prompted you to attend?
Um, 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 really, I wanted to go early nights, but my husband was here, and I'm not. And I get some visitors here, so this is the first night I'm alone, so I
Okay.
can do the call. But there was something in my world today that I'm very much aware this week. I'm very
Right
much
since
aware.
morning. Right since
Yeah,
morning.
but
Yeah.
it's more days that
Yeah.
I'm avoiding and defending something,
Okay.
but I don't know what.
Yeah. And I randomly pinged you also this morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
that.
But
Thank you. Yeah.
I thought about it and I run a dive in from Dane the whole night. So maybe there is something unwinding in that.
Okay. Got that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Anybody else would like to say anything? What prompted you to attend this call, to hop on to this call? Because see, of all the 7.6 billion people, only 10 people decided to join.
To have some clarity over some stuff.
Okay.
I want to
All
have
right.
some clarity on shifting to Indore because it is, like I said before, it's very challenging.
Okay. Got that. Got that. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Rachita, you want to say something? Oh, okay. I saw your fingers, so I thought maybe. Yes, Kavna. Hello. Yes.
Hi everybody. To be honest, it's my first call. Clarity Night is my first one, and I was actually taking a nap. It's so weird. I just popped up and I suddenly realized there's a call, and I just got up now.
Okay. How
So-
awesome is that?
Yeah.
Wow. How did we get so lucky? Lovely. Great. Anybody else would like to say what prompted you to come on this call? Seema and Smriti Lalchandani. Smriti, are you there? What prompted you to come on this call today? Hey, Seema. Good to see you. Hi. Unmute. Yes.
Hi.
What prompted you to come on this call?
So I have been trying to come on this call since I first saw your post, but I somehow keep forgetting about registering on the
Link.
registering for this call. Yeah.
Hmm.
So day before yesterday, I got your reminder and then I registered.
Okay.
So yeah.
Lovely. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Now, something very, very surprising that everybody have been resonating the energy of the call, but none of you gave me that reason. Everybody had the similar energy of the call, of the title of the call. So, of course, my clarity night is to get you out of the matrix. All clarity nights will be about that. But none of you spoke about the topic. So what's the topic? What's the topic?
Getting you out of the matrix.
That's
Complaint
not the
box.
topic. Complaint boxed. Complaint boxed.
Complaint box.
Yeah. So what does it mean? That's a very weird title. Complaint boxed.
I have a lot of complaints. That's why I came to this.
Oh, lovely. Great. So what do we do with these complaints? What are we going to do with these
We give it to
complaints?
you and you will help us clear it out.
Okay. No, not my monkey, not my circus. This is something which I cover in foundation. Not my monkey, not my circus. Chew your own food, digest it on your own, and blah blah. I won't do it for you. Okay. So who's got complaints? Raise your hand, that tiny little hand, little fingers. Raise that hand. Who's got complaints? Okay, let me ask a reverse question. Who doesn't have complaint? Let me see how many hands get up. You don't have any complaint, Rachita? Okay, all right.
No, I had a great day today. In the morning, it was like the lukewarm.
Okay.
And, I made some great food, just following my instincts and all that stuff. And then we went on a bike ride after ages, so it
Okay.
felt one.
Awesome. You rode a bike or you were the pillion?
I was in the pillion, but both of us, we haven't been. We did it. We used to go for bike rides very often at a point of time. Now, over a period of time, we had stopped doing it,
Got
and
it.
suddenly it just came off and it was wonderful.
Got it. Got it. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Seema, you don't have any complaint, right? Okay. No other hands went up. Only Rachita and Seema said they don't have any complaints. Right? Okay. Everybody is aligned to the energy of the call. Great. Awesome. So, how this title actually came to me? This title came to me when somebody sent me a message, and I'm glad from that group nobody is there, so I can openly speak about it. And that person attended one of my program, and we made a small video where the focus was on me, and that person was visible in the background, and you couldn't even recognize that person. And I had used it for one of my promotion. And she sent a long message which said, I attended your program in complete privacy, in professional secrecy. And you had used that for your promotion. I'm not okay because people are coming to me and they're asking me, oh, you attended that program. And I was wondering, the entire focus was on me. Where was she visible? So I had to go and look 10 times the video to find out the tiny bit where she was visible. And she came back to me with that complaint. So I was attending Gary's COP, so I did not respond to that. I did not tell her anything except, I think you are right. Let me come back to you. I'm attending COP with Gary in Mumbai. And I'll connect with you and speak to you over the call. Very sorry for the inconvenience or any trouble or any upset that I have caused. That's all. 5 days later, when I spoke to her, she did not speak a word about it. And I brought up the topic. And she teeny-weeny said a little thing and that, don't do that. I said, okay, got it. A lot of times, we only have complaints. And we are only looking at our experience, our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, and sometimes even only the data or somebody else's interpretation of the data. So how many of you have been complaining for last few days? It's too hot. It's too hot. How many of you have complained? At least once every day you speak to someone and you say, it's too hot. बहुत गर्मी है इस बार तो. सच सच बताओ. And just tell me one thing. If the sun is not going to shine bright and be at 40 degrees in the month of June or April, May, June, would it happen in the month of January? If you are based in, let's say, Delhi, Rajasthan, or places like that, where sun shines the brightest in the summers, or maybe Hyderabad, do you think it would snow in the month of May? It's only data. You only have complaint. And when you have complaint and when you focus all your energies to complaint, just tell me, what do you create? Because whatever you focus your energy on, that is what you create, and you get very good with it. So keep repeating every day, oh my God, 40 degrees, 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 or 41 degrees, or 46 degrees. What does it do? So what satisfaction do you get when you say, oh my God, the government is not good? Where I stay, where I have my house, government is not good. The municipal commission is not good. The maids, talk about maids, I threw all of them out. Maids, I don't have any complaints. Yeah. I'm not getting clients. That's not a complaint. No, no, not at all. I'm not able to make money. No, no, that's not a complaint, right? People, I cannot connect with people. I'm not able to relate with people. Everybody speaks in Hindi. Well, I don't think so. You would expect people in Indore to speak Finnish.
It wasn't about that.
I got that.
It
My-
was about to speak too much in Hindi. It just gets difficult to understand them.
I got it. My question is, when you keep on repeating your complaint, what would you create? You would create a scale to measure everything with only that scale. So tomorrow, suppose your complaint is, oh my God, it's too hot, it's 41 degrees. Would you get up tomorrow and you'll say, oh, it's 38 degrees, it's so cold? Would you actually do that? What you have done is you have complaint boxed yourself. When you keep complaining about your house servants living in the same house or talking and their kids and your husband not making job or doing a job or making money or the loans, you are only making it your reality. For those of you who have done Access, your point of view creates your reality. So how do you make, what do you do with complaint? You create complaint and then you procreate complaint. Do you know how you procreate complaint? With that, yes. And then you justify. You say, you know what? When I went out, my head started aching. It was so heavy. It was so hot. I came home and I drank 3 bottles of water. And I took a shower today 5 times. Then you have to justify. Every time you hold on to one complaint, you have to justify it. It's like buying a piece of land, looking after the land, building it, constructing it, paying the rent or the EMI for it, and even securing it. So each time you would make a complaint real, true, and unchangeable, it stays with you. Now the question is, what to do with complaint? Isn't it? What to do with complaint? Anybody have an answer?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, Rachita.
I download the Who Does It Belong To app and just send it back to whoever it is.
Lovely, awesome. And for all others, Rachita have not yet done Access Bars workshop. So, so she's still finding the ropes, right? But others, you may have done bars, foundation, COP, and Seema, Dr. Seema Madan is a ex-CF. She used to be a certified facilitator some 3-4 years back. Yeah. So let me ask you, what do you do with a complaint?
Turn it into a question.
How does it get?
Brilliant. I was not expecting you to answer. You let the cat out of the bag. You can diffuse a complaint by taking a needle and pricking it with a question. And that is why when you see Gary, Dane, Simon, Shannon, or Brendan take any of the classes, they often ask, darling, what's your question? And then people will go ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And then they'll say, okay, hold on. What's your question? And how many of you have worked with me or sought facilitation with me and I ask the same question? Darling, what's your question? Because every time when you do not have questions, you only have reasons, justification, explanations, story, agenda, invention, lies, projection, expectation, separation, rejection, decisions, conclusions, and only computations. And then you have put a wall around you out of which you cannot get out. So imagine yourself in a box of 4 by 4 feet size. You are in a box and there is a there is a mouse, cockroach, or a lizard inside. Whatever you hate the most. Snakes, okay. There is a snake inside, baby snake, but it's inside. In that 4 by 4 feet box. Is it expensive? Do you feel ticklish and happy? Are you joyful? Are you able to create anything? And is it creating any different possibility? How many of you can actually imagine yourself in a 4 by 4 feet box? Yeah.
That I don't need a lizard or a cockroach or any of those.
4 by 4 is enough. Yeah. I know you'll suffocate. Right? That is what we do when we have complaints. And the only way to get out of the box, what's the key? Let somebody else tell me, remind me. What's the key?
Question.
Absolutely. Where is the question? Because the moment you ask question, you will start getting awareness. How many of you have read amazing book called as Utopian Ideals? So in this amazing book, Beyond the Utopian Ideal by Gary Douglas, somewhere in around page 80 or so, it will beautifully explain how to get out of that situation. It will explain how to ask question and how to get energy of awareness from a question. So today I'm going to read a little bit, not from that book, but from somewhere else. Okay? And I'm going to do some clearing. A complaint is like a stability point. It eliminates your capacity to create. A stability point is a fixed point of view where you go, now that I have this, then this. It's almost as if you think that if you have one thing fixed, then everything can be fixed based on it. Stability points are things that we use to try and figure out how we can control things and make things turn out a certain way. Stability points are what you use to create your complaints about everything and everyone. So how many stability points are you using to create the crap relationships and situations are you choosing? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pockle, 9 shots, boys, beyonds, and poets. For those of you who do not know what I just said, it's access clearing statement. If you want to know more about it, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. And whenever I ask you to destroy and uncreate, you don't have to do anything around you. You just have to let go of the thought, the idea, the complaint, or whatever is I am asking you to destroy and uncreate. Just let go. Mentally let go. Even if you would pick it up again and feed it in your brain again. It's perfectly all right. Okay. So I read again. How many stability points are you using to create the crap relationship or situations you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Anytime you go like, I have a good life or good relationship or this situation is too good, that's the end of it. Because you are trying to make it stable based on the point of view. And how many of you have point of view? This is how indoor should be. This is how maids should be. This is how people should be. This is how business should be. This is how business partners should be. This is how profit should be. These are nothing but stability points. Do you know that you live in a VUCA world? Does anybody know what is VUCA world? VUCA. This was once, this is a concept everybody believes now. I also do not know for sure. VUCA is volatile. U stands for uncertain, C stands for chaotic, and A stands for ambiguous. That is how the world is, and you are looking for stability in this. Just tell me, in what area of your life, truth, do you have a stability? At least tell me the land on which you are standing or house on which you are living is stable. No, it is not. Do you know it takes one round across the sun in a year and you are not even aware? You get that? Even night and days are not stable. Even sun is not stable. Do you know that? 2 years back, when the lockdown happened, I had no idea that sun always do not rise from the east. It was very, very surprising. It rises something like 10 degree north, 20 degree north sometimes. And it has a cycle. Because one day I saw sun rising from 2 months back. I saw sun rising from left side of the building. And 2 months later, when I took the picture, it was very pretty. And I said, how come the building moved or the sun moved? And then I searched on the internet. Even though I love geography, I did not know that sun also changes its direction. It's not straight, direct east. So that means if you are looking at east and you want exact east, you cannot locate it from sun. You would be some degrees apart. It won't be exact east. How many of you are surprised by this fact? I was super surprised. I said, how is it possible that it was left side of the building and it came right? The building moved or the sun is moving or something in my eye happened, some degree of, I am not able to see clearly. Yes, Harikirti, you have a question.
Yeah, so I request you to do the clearing once more because I can sense the energy shifting.
Sure.
And my question is like, we all, we like, I should be able to earn this amount of money or whatever position or have this in this area of life, and we all work towards getting there. And you're telling that
good,
don't be happy that you're
good
reached there.
So you should be earning certain amount. Question is, are you willing to make this an interesting point of view that you forgive yourself for not making this amount of money?
Come again?
Are you willing to have this as an interesting point of view that you will forgive yourself for not making this amount of money? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. You know your biggest complaint box is, and it will surprise you.
Tell me.
You are not willing to forgive yourself. for anything that you have concluded, decided, judged?
Is that specifically for me or for everybody?
No, it is for everyone. In fact, I had a realization. I was unforgiving to myself for last month. So none of the call content I planned in advance. I had no idea before coming on this call who will be coming on call and what I'm going to talk. I just had the context that this is something people may be asking for. And I randomly opened some pages and something came up and I thought that I should be clearing it. So how many stability points are you using to create the crap relationship or situation you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many logical and emotional forwards are you avoiding and defending to have these stability points create more complaints? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. What stability points are you avoiding and defending to be in complaint boxed? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create the perfect life you are not choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create the financial reality you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create your finances, your maids, your house, your car, your dog, your cats, your business, your children, your family, your friends, your job as stability points? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. You want to be in the place where you can create, not that you are trying to make it stable. What are you trying to make stable that you have created stability point about that keep you as unstable as you are unwilling to see that you actually do? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. Can you truly be stable? No. Why? You can't be stable because there is no such thing as stability. Does energy ever stop moving? No. So energy is constantly moving, constantly changing, constantly being, and you as a being are also constantly moving, constantly changing, constantly being. You've got to have that place where you are not trying to create stability. If you try to create stability, you create limitations. So what stupidity of stability are you using to create the complaints are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create the need you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create your body? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create the body that you are judging? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, online shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. How many beliefs are you using to create the stability points you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, and shorts, boys, beyonds, and poets. Put your barriers down. Beliefs are stability points. I believe that all the website designers are pathetic and they should be taken to the biggest square in the world. They should be hanged and then shot and then probably burned because they are so pathetic. I kept on complaining, and I was enjoying my complaint and I was being the superior bastard about it. But I had no question. I was not even willing to ask question. And what can I be or do to find a website designer who can out-create me and out-create everyone I have ever met? Everything that doesn't allow us to do that, and found someone who can out-create all the past that you have met, would you please destroy and uncreate it off? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, and shorts, boys, beyonds, and poets. So you figure if you believe strong enough, it will happen. If you get that everything you believe is real or true, turned is a lie or an implant, then you can start creating. What have you made so vital about possessing the lies and the implants and the beliefs and the limitations that keep you eternally creating the stability point to prove that you aren't as bad and wrong as you believe you are? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, nine short, spoiled, beyonds, and forwards. How many lies with truth attached are you using to create the stability point of the limitations and complaints are you choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, nine short, spoiled, beyonds, and forwards. How many stability points are you using to create the crap life you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and powerful, nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and forwards. You know what really happens when you are complaint boxed? Tanake, I know you had asked a question, you had raised your hand. I'll come to you in a while. So what happens is we make our complaint so real, we are not even willing to give a chance regarding the complaint that we have. Because we are more keen to prove that your complaint is right and that you are being right and everything else is wrong. Will you give government the chance? Are you even willing to? Are you even asking the question? You would bring your complaint, you will test based on your complaint and you will reject it. And even if you give a chance, even if someday when you got up in the morning, you are the most generous person. You said, today I will give the chance. In about an hour, you already have your yardstick, measuring complaint stick. And you're like, see, I gave a chance once more. And then you have to bring your complaint to reality. So what you are doing, you are having the needy energy of your complaint resolved, but you are tugging at the wrong tree. Complaint is jackfruit tree, whereas what you wanted was mangoes. How can you tug at jackfruit and then expect mangoes? Your entire energy is about complaint. You're not even aligned. One of the calls, I read something about Albert Einstein, you know, the greatest brain in the world. And he had this amazing quote, everything in this world is energy. And you can create anything from this energy if you are aligned to that frequency. Unless and until you are aligned to that frequency, you cannot create it. And that is why in Access we use questions. Questions that are asking for possibilities, not emphasizing, enumerating, or justifying your complaint. So coming back, how many of you are trying to create stability point to create a stable situation, family, husband, spouse, kids, citizens, business, clients, and what else? Finances, all of those. Will you please destroy and uncreate them all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, 9 shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. How many stability points are you using to create everything that doesn't work in your life? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, 9 shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. So your question could be, what could I choose different that would change this right away? Are you willing to ask a question regarding your complaint? So write down this question. What could I choose different that would change this right away? And you don't have to find an answer. No. Because finding an answer is another point of view that you have that will create stability. No. You have to stay in question and let possibilities show up. The second question you can ask is, what can I choose today that would change everything right away? What can I choose today that would change everything right away? So what have you defined as stable datums of your reality that require billions of stability points to create those as the point around which your entire life revolves? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, 9 shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Once more. Lower your barriers and receive the energy. What have you defined as the stable datums of your reality that require billions of stability points to create those as the point around which your entire life revolves? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, 9 shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Your platform is the thing you choose of which you launch your life. Stability points is how you have to prove your life. I have a stable marriage. That's a stability point. Stability point are about you don't have to change anything. You don't have to be aware. You don't have to choose anything. Stability points are the way you eliminate choice, possibility, contribution in future, and there is no question in it. Stability points are the things you use to define what your future will be and not to create it. Whereas your platform is where you create your future from. Stable datums are different than platforms. Stable datums create the parameters of your reality, the foundation of it, where a platform is what you create from. So stable datums are what define everything that occurs in your life. So you know exactly where you are and what you are and what's going on. So how many stability points are you using to create everything you do with your profession, business, career, family, life, everything that is times a godzillion? Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, 9 shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. When you create from stability points, you stop creating. There is no creation there. You just do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So an adequate or apt sign for idiocy is doing same things over and over again and expecting different results. Right? As though you will get a different result. So every day, if you put jackfruit juice in your juicer mixer, what will you get? Jackfruit juice. And then you complain, I hate jackfruit juice. I don't want to have it. Go and buy oranges. Don't put jackfruit juice in your juicer. खराब हो जाएगा वो. Go and buy oranges. Plant orange tree. Plant mangoes. Maybe do little bit of lychee. Even guava is fine. But jackfruit, enough. Exchange your jackfruit for even bananas. Doesn't matter. And sometimes you are not even using your jackfruit. You are buying jackfruit from other people. Somebody else comes and say, "Bahut garmi hai. See, I have a sunburn," and you buy it. So in Money Workbook, in call number 8 or 9, I cover this way in advance about consideration. Very powerful when I do topic of consideration. Okay. So if you give up stability point, the world becomes a vast choice of possibility. When you have a stability point, that's how you eliminate things. So you can make sure that you can control what goes on, and that you can have the limited reality that you have defined at your fingertips. You don't have to be aware of where you walk. Total awareness is what's required to create. When you have no stability point, then you have total awareness. And when you have total awareness, every choice becomes available. So how many stability points are you using to create the polar opposite universes you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, for and powerful, in short, boys, beyonds, and perverts. So a lot of people come to ask SOP from me. They say, I want my pain to go. They have a stability point that there should be no pain. They are resisting. Your ask cannot come from resistance. Your ask could be, I want to have ease with whatever is happening with my knee. That can be your ask. But your ask cannot be, let my pain go away. I cannot. Because you have already created an exact polarity. So once again, how many stability points are you using to create the polar opposite universes you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, for and powerful, nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. So you have created polar opposite universes. You are saying all maids are blah, blah, blah. All Indoris are blah, blah, blah. All business partners are blah, blah, blah. All husbands are, wives are, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, whatever, pock and pod. So how many stability points are you using to create the polar opposite universes you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you please be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds and perverts. So stable datums are the places where you create you as the stability point so that you can have this place around which everything else is created. So how many of those do you have? So all of those, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and powerful, and shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. As long as you are going to any wrongness of you, all you are doing is going back to stable datum around which everything else is supposed to function. So now just because you are giving up your complaints and not engaging with it, do not go into wrongness of you. So it's like udhar kuwa idhar khai. कुएं से जान छूटी तो खाई में कूदते. Please don't do that. You just made a choice. You were unforgiving to yourself. Now beat yourself up for being unforgiving to yourself. How awesome is that? नहले पे दहला इसे बोलते हैं. So everywhere you are going into wrongness of you for being unforgiving to yourself. Would you please be teeny beeny, itsy bitsy, tiny whiny, unwilling to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and powerful, and shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. What if you were so smart that you could get anything you want in life? You could have everything you want in life if you were willing to be everything you are, but you have to choose. And choose, and then the action that occurs afterwards becomes everything you want. So how many stability points are you using to create the honesty you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and powerful, and shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. How many stability points are you using to create the vision you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, in shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. How many stability points are you using to create the connections you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, in shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. How many of you creating stability point in order to prove you are not stable? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, in shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. How many stability points are you using to create the resistance you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, in shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Okay, how many of you are feeling a little little dizzy?
Drunk.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Kanaike. You have a question. You raise your hand that time.
I didn't have a real question. I had an addition to your clearings because I read today in Salon de Femme, and there was a clearing. Oh, let's have a look where I had it. That what stupidity you are using to create the comfort and the reassuring you are choosing.
Yeah.
I saw for myself that I choose to be comfort and reassuring.
Yeah.
To be on the point. So I thought maybe it's a good.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
Not at all. Not at all. Thank you for contributing.
Addition.
Yeah, it's a good addition. You can paste it on. You can type it on the Clarity Night group as well. That's perfectly.
Yes, I do it. I do
Great.
it later.
Sure.
I put it this one in because it's a very good one.
Yeah.
And we all.
Yeah.
I think we all like to be in comfort and reassuring.
Yes, we are. And the only comfort and reassurance that we have is by being you, by being ourselves. And there is no other way. Yeah. By the way, I am coming up with a book.
That's the book about that you have to find it in yourself and not in your partner.
Yes. So I'm coming up with a book club on Salon de Femme, the Gentleman's Club, and the Lady. What
the
a
Lady is very nice.
Yeah, what a deadly combination it is. Wow. It's a deadly combination. So I'm coming up with that. So any of you who would like to join that, it will blow your mind. Yeah, all three of them together, as in 3 calls for each book. Okay. 4 calls for each book. So I'll come up, and it's starting mid of June. And I would have limited number of people so that I can handle their questions. And there would be loads of questions, and it will talk about things you have not even thought that you would be discussing or it exists. So, yeah. We'll go to places where nobody else has gone.
Where do we register?
You just confirm, and I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link to make the payment, and then you can. It's mind-blowing. You'll be like, how did someone can have so much awareness about different sexes and what to be and what not to be? You know, I used to watch this movie called What Women Want by Mel Gibson. I used to love that movie, and I was like, what if I had that awareness? I think Gary Douglas is the only guy who has that awareness. Yeah. So yes, do confirm, and I'll add you to the group, and I'll be confirming the date soon. It will be 9:30 would be the time for the call, evening. So all of you should be free during that time.
That is going to be a weekend or a weekday?
Sorry, that is going to be
a weekend or a weekday?
Weekday. No weekends. Weekends are only for clarity night and for SOP sessions. That's all. Or for my workshops, access bars or foundation. Weekends I don't share with anybody other than my participants in my workshop. Okay. Yes. All right. Anybody have a question? And what got cleared for you and what did not get cleared for you?
I have a question, Gabe.
Yes.
So, the business that I'm setting up, all of a sudden it has come to a stand. I mean, I sensed a lot of resistance in me. So I was asking this question, what will happen if I start my business?
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so let me ask a question. If you start this business, how would your life be in next 5 years?
It'll be very different. Very different. Yeah. And
So,
yes.
so did you get the expansive energy?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Let me ask you, if you don't start this business, what would your life be like in 5 years?
I don't even want to get into that space.
Okay. So I want you to perceive the energy, not give a logical
I
answer.
perceived the energy, and
Got
that's
it.
what I said. Yeah.
Got it. Now my question is, did you get your answer?
It's very contractive. The second question.
Got it. So you got your answer, right?
I got it, Gabe.
Yeah.
That's
so what's your
exactly,
question?
yeah. So my question is, I'm so choosing to step up, do it, but this huge resistance. So that's why I was asking this question to myself: that what will happen if I was poking and prodding? What will happen if I start this business? So I wasn't getting any information as such, but what I was getting was this energy, like it was like more like a beyond. And
Okay.
I was poking
How
and prodding.
many times have you been in that beyond?
A lot of times.
Okay. Did you enjoy it there?
No.
Not after. I said, when you were in that beyond, did you enjoy it there?
When I was in the beyond, no.
You did not?
No. Like you mean when I asked this question?
No. My question
Any
is
beyond.
different.
Okay. Okay.
So what you are saying, the energy that you got was beyond.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
How many times in your life have you been in that kind of beyond?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you like it there when it was like?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then what happened? Somebody judged.
Yes.
And then you were like, and you were under the counter.
Yes.
Right? And now you are saying my counter ke niche se niklu ya nahi niklu. Should I get out of that boutique counter or not? That's what you are asking, right? Good. So I don't know what to answer. It's your choice. Maybe don't.
Maybe
don't.
I will just do something so that I can take the step.
I do something for you to take the step. How amazing is that? God gave us free will, and somebody is saying, can you please use my free will with your free will? Wow. I'm not married to you. That's what husbands do, right? They use their free will to tamper with your free will. Yeah. So you know what to do. Do you have a question?
What would it take?
Okay. All right. Anybody else have a question? Yeah, done. Awesome. Thank you so much. I have very less time available. I have a SOP session starting in 29 minutes. Thank you so much. Hasta la vista. See you on the next Clarity Night with a new topic. I think I do have a topic, but within 1 week, anything can happen and I can come up with alta balta new topic. So once more, I'll do this powerful clearing for you. And the clearing is, what are you trying to make so stable that you have created stability point about that keeps you as unstable as you are unwilling to see that you actually be everything that is times a godzillion? Will you please try and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds and forwards. See you. Goodbye.
Thank
Good night. Shabba khair. Until next time.
Thank you
Bye.
for the
Thank
awesome
you.
call.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.